Hey everybody, this is Teddie. I am a broadcast journalism student at Columbia College Chicago, and I intern with Level Up Magazine. I've been working with Level Up Magazine for about 5 months now as their writer and blogger, and my experience with them has just been overall amazing. So my experience with the fashion show release party while working there, it was pretty fast paced, and that's really kind of what I wanted to be exposed to because I am trying to go into broadcast, and I did want to get more experience with working in a fast paced environment, and I feel like that was really good with me because I had no idea that I was also going to be doing the interviews, and so just having to think off the top of my head like that was really good for me, with getting prepared, and it just gave me more exposure as to how it really is in the field of work that I want to go into. I guess I could take some memorable moments from every single interview that I've done because all the artists have been different that we've come across, and it's just been really interesting and fascinating to see all these different artists come from different backgrounds, and they're able to collab with one another and all be under one roof together. And it was just great for me to be with so many self-driven people and self-motivated people, and it just kind of pushes me to be better than what I already am in everything that I was trying to do. The main thing that I like about Level Up Magazine is that since it's an underground magazine, it focuses more on underground artists and underground models and underground people in the fashion industry, and I feel like that's really good. That's something that Chicago needs because Chicago has a lot of talent that not a lot of people know about, and I like how Level Up reaches out to these people and kind of brings them out into the open and into the spotlight for everybody to be able to see. And so people even from outside of Chicago are able to see Chicago in a more positive light and see this positive image that everybody in Chicago is, trying to portray, because Chicago is very talented and it is more than just murder capital. And I believe that Level Up Magazine shows that in a very positive manner. Level Up shows this by showing more positivity on the creative side of Chicago by bringing out these artists who are trying to, pursue their dreams, and they're trying to get positive messages out there. And by them being from Chicago, they also see more than just Chirac. So I feel like that's important for people who live in Chicago as well as outside Chicago to understand. So being an intern for Level Up Magazine, I've learned especially how to portray myself as a journalist. I've learned a lot of techniques that I need as far as being a journalist. I've always been focused on hard news, and I feel like Level Up Magazine has exposed me to more platforms that I'm able to add to one of my specialties, which is entertainment, music, fashion, all of that stuff, which is something that I've never really been exposed to. So I feel like Level Up Magazine is still preparing me for that world as far as being a proper speaker, doing more broadcasting things, and being able to write correctly, and that's also something I can use towards credits in Columbia. So the craziest experience that I've had so far with Level Up has to be from the fashion show and doing the interviews, because Mr. Trax, he pretty much just threw me into the fire. He told me, hey, you're going to be interviewing the artist, and I had nothing written out. I had no type of questions. I didn't know half of these people, and so I'm just like looking up stuff on my phone, finding these people on social media, just trying to put a couple of things together, and it was really different for me because I'm one of the journalists that has like everything lined up, and I have everything written out and stuff, so I already know what I'm going to be doing and asking and talking about with the different people that I'm interviewing. And with that one, it was completely different because there was no type of there was no corporate involved, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And all these artists, they were just like rappers and fashion designers, and I've never been exposed to them. I've only been exposed to maybe 2 of them out of all those people that were there at the magazine. And so it was really different for me because I was also trying to be able to relate with them on a more personal level, but I wasn't really able to do that because I didn't know them, and so that kind of got me out of my comfort zone a little bit, which is really good for me because I do have this whole little bubble thing, but I was able to come more out of my shell and be able to talk with all these artists even before the interviews to try to figure out what they're doing and what they're about and stuff. And then I was able to put all that together and just, you know, talk to them like it's an actual interview. So I learned that I don't need to have every question jotted down. It's a conversation. So I was able to learn a lot from just being thrown out into the fire at the fashion show.
Were you nervous at any point when it was time to sit down and do the one-on-one with the two artists that you interviewed?
I was more nervous about what I was going to say, not about meeting them or anything like that. I was just kind of trying to stay focused on what I was going to ask them, getting down all the information and stuff. And I was also thinking about what I was going to write about because, you know, I'm also a writer, so I'm always more focused on that instead of speaking to the actual person and, you know, making connections. But again, being with Level Up has definitely gotten me to that point to where I am also making connections with these people that I'm meeting, and, you know, that helps me out in the long run also. My advice to potential interns who want to get involved with Level Up and also the news scene in general is to definitely go out there. Don't be afraid to make connections and also make your own opportunities. So just don't be afraid to get out there. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Just talk to everyone. Talk to strangers. I've learned a lot that strangers can definitely help you with a lot of things that you're doing. Because Twan was a stranger, British was a stranger, but you have to be willing to reach out to different people and reach out to different crowds and get exposed to more than just what you're comfortable with, more than what you're used to. Get out there and do everything. So I think experience is very important, and you have to be willing to make those connections, make those experiences, make those memories, so you'll be able to build more of your resume and also your experiences. So you're more of a dynamic person, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So you're not just stuck with one specific thing that you're comfortable with or interested in, but you also have all these different connections, all these different people that you're working with, because you never know who you could come in contact with. You never know who's willing to help you. So definitely just throw yourself out there. Never be afraid. What I'm looking for from Level Up in the future is to definitely continue being involved. I definitely want to build more connections, which they have definitely been helping me do, and I just want to get involved with everything pretty much. So I'm just looking to get more exposure, get more experience in writing as well as broadcasting, because that definitely is my major goal in life. And to be this young and also considered a journalist, that's pretty big to me in my opinion, and so I just kind of want to build upon that and just create a really good resume as far as being a writer and a broadcaster. So when I'm able to speak with other people from different news platforms, you know, they can say, wow, she's so young and she's done all of this. And Level Up is definitely helping me with that, as far as just getting me involved with different things, creating relationships with everybody that we work with, and, you know, just professionalism as well as comfortability. But also, you know, they help me to break out of that shell and just break out of what I'm used to. So I'm definitely looking for more exposure in the music industry as well as entertainment as a whole. You guys can stay in contact with me and get more information about what I'm doing, and I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can find me on Twitter at Teddie_Hill. That's TEDDIE_Hill, and my Instagram name is Curly Girl Teddie, all one letter, and my Facebook name is Teddie V Hill, TEDDIE space VEE space HILL. And you should definitely join Level Up. We're doing a great movement out here. Level Up magazine, where underground is mainstream.